The first voicemail arrived at 2:17 a.m. Hi. Elliot didn't hear it come in. He only noticed the notification when he woke, his phone glowing faintly on the bedside table like a watchful eye. There was no number, just a blank caller ID, a timestamp, and a duration of 43 seconds. He almost deleted it. Almost. Instead, still half asleep, he pressed play. At first, there was nothing but a low hiss of static. Elliot frowned and held the phone closer. Then came breathing slow, wet, uneven. His stomach tightened. A voice followed. Hello. Elliot froze. It was his voice. Not similar, identical. Same tone, same slight rasp, the same uncertain lift at the end. Hello? It said again, more urgent. A distant thud echoed through the recording, like something heavy striking a wall. Then, clearly, don't open the door. The message cut to silence. Elliot sat upright, heart pounding. It had to be a prank. He lived alone. No one else had access to his phone. Yet that voice, it was his. He tried to laugh it off, muttering to himself, but the apartment remained unnervingly quiet, as if listening. The second voicemail came that evening. This time, he watched the screen light up, the same blank caller ID appearing. His chest tightened as the phone vibrated on the counter. He hesitated before pressing play. Static. Breathing again. Faster now. Elliot, listen to me. You have to listen. A sharp banging noise erupted in the background. They're going to knock. They always knock. And you're going to want to open it. The banging grew frantic. Don't do it. No matter what you hear, no matter who it sounds like, don't open the door. A pause. Then, softer. They're not people. That night, Elliot didn't sleep. He checked the locks repeatedly, closed every window, even wedged a chair beneath the doorknob. It felt ridiculous, but he couldn't shake the fear embedded in his own recorded voice. At 11:52 p.m., someone knocked. 3 slow, deliberate taps echoed through the apartment. Elliot? A familiar voice called. Relief surged. It sounded like his brother Mark. Hey, man, open up. I forgot my keys. Elliot stepped toward the door, instinctively reaching for the handle. But then the warning returned to him, they're going to knock. His hand hovered inches from the lock. Say something only I would know, Elliot demanded. A pause followed, then a dismissive laugh. Seriously? It's me. Open the door. Elliot didn't move. The knocking returned, louder and faster. Open the door, Elliot, the voice snapped, no longer pleading but commanding. He stumbled backward, whispering, no. The banging stopped instantly. Silence filled the space. Then something scratched slowly against the door. You're going to regret that. The voice stretched unnaturally. Seconds later, the third voicemail arrived. I messed up. His voice sobbed. I thought I could ignore them. They don't go away, Elliot. They wait. And eventually, you get tired. Days turned into weeks. The knocking never returned, but the voicemails kept coming. Always from the same blank number. Always his voice. Each message grew more frantic. They're inside now. I can hear them in the walls. They wear faces, Elliot. They learn them. I don't remember what my voice used to sound like. Elliot stopped leaving the apartment. He ignored calls, avoided the outside world, and listened only to the voicemails. They felt like warnings, like instructions for survival. Exactly 1 month after the first message, the final voicemail arrived. It was longer than the others. Elliot sat on the floor, back against the wall, and pressed play. At first, silence. Then the creak of a door opening. Footsteps followed, slow and cautious. I think this is the end, his voice whispered, thin and hollow. I didn't listen soon enough. I opened the door. Elliot shook his head, whispering, no. They looked like you. Perfect. I think they're replacing me. A pause. If you're hearing this, they're coming for you next. Then came a familiar sound. Knocking. 3 slow taps. Don't answer it, the voice pleaded. Please. The knocking grew louder. Elliot? Another voice called from the other side of the recording. His voice. I know you're in there. Open the door. Elliot's breath trembled as he stared at his apartment door because someone was knocking right now, in perfect sync with the recording. Please, the voice begged. I'm scared. I don't want to be alone out here. The voicemail dissolved into static. Elliot sat frozen. The knocking continued soft, patient, waiting. Eventually, he stood. Slowly, mechanically, he walked to the door and placed his hand on the lock. It's just me, the voice said gently. And that was the worst part. It felt true. Every instinct told him it was him on the other side, cold, alone, afraid. He couldn't leave himself out there. The lock clicked. The door creaked open. The hallway was empty. Hello? He called, stepping forward. No answer. Then, behind him, the apartment door slammed shut. Locked. From the inside, Elliot spun around, panic rising as he grabbed the handle. It wouldn't move. From within the apartment, footsteps echoed slow, deliberate, approaching the door. He pounded against it, shouting for help. The footsteps stopped just on the other side. Then came a soft knock, 3 slow taps, and from inside his apartment, a voice called out, Hello?